what is it about the hair? I mean, it's luscious, it's all there. But for some reason, is it an indirect signal of if you let it down, there's a certain signal? Well, there's almost an assumption that you're a naughty girl, isn't there? So as beautiful as the hair is, it can't be accentuated almost. It's like it must be tied up and in a specific way and at a specific time. And, there's certain behaviours around the moonlight.
In Samoa, your hair, flowing, waving and weaving, becomes alive with magic in the moonlight. The Tene Sa, spirit goddesses of the underworld, don't take kindly to those long-haired beauties entering their domain. Telesa and Somayafe have seductive magic in their locks that can possess the men of their desires and can punish those that try and tempt with their long-haired loveliness. Arising from the spirit world, Telesa watches for those that let down their hair at night, that comb their locks in the moonlight. That swim with the red flowers, that float in the fullness of the moon with their long hair flowing. You with your hair out wild and free may catch the eye of these aiku, and you may become entangled in demon desires, and your crowning glory may lead to your demise. The stories are many who have been cursed by these aiku. Beware the power of your hair, and beware the flaunting of it, lest the fury of the Tene Sa is invoked.
All these stories told by aunties from one generation to another. And so it's ingrained in you to practice certain rituals. So you're automatically, covering the mirrors. You're automatically tying your hair up, or any signal that you're a sexual, womanly being. You have to confine everything for some reason. God forbid that you would want to have a relationship, find a boyfriend. So make yourself dowdy, tie it up. It's almost like Telesa has come in and she's being used as the indirect excuse for girls to be prim and proper. And their hair, the hair, what can you not say about that? It's as if to say, the hair is luscious and it's beautiful, but don't have it out because that'll just signify your womanness, the fierceness of you.
For the Fijian girls, as soon as they reach the age of 11 and 12, when they're about to become a woman, the mother start to dress the hair. Usually when the girls have their hair all shaven off, it's only a portion that is left, and that's the tombe, or the ringlets that are being braided over a long period of time. And the tombe is nurtured and looked after, and that's the mother's role. And that's the beauty of it, that there's that mother-daughter relationship. The virgin lock is kind of a signal to other maybe groom-to-be and their family that this is a girl who's still a virgin. And the locks, that's the mark of it. Usually the cutting of the hair is kind of signifies that she is. And in most cases, the husband cuts the hair. So that's kind of a big celebration for the bride's family. In the olden days, it's taken very, very seriously. Today, Some mothers are trying to bring it back, and I really admire them, you know, their bravery to be able to face those kind of mockery and comments, but they just look so beautiful. Fijian girls with tombe, they're just gorgeous.
Hair for women was kept very short. It was the men who had the long hair. So they'd crush up the coral, which would produce a lime-based sort of substance, and that's what they would bleach the hair down with. So they were bleached, they were asymmetric, they were just incredible. And because the hair just stayed like that, and I suppose because the head is, you know, so tapu and it was such a sacred space, and the hair was an extension of that. So a lot of the hair adornments were incredible, that the Tahitians and were weaving, and the Hawaiians, these intricate square eight plaits out of hair, and they were meters and meters long. And as somebody who's tried to do that, it's like weaving eels. I mean, we just don't have access to a lot of those materials now. Deforestation, you know, overfishing, and a lot of the materials were taboo for the ordinary person. If you weren't in that caste, then you weren't even allowed to own one. They would kill you. If an ordinary person had a whale's tooth, you had to hand it over to the chosen ones. And a lot of these beautiful materials were actually considered, well, a part of our genealogy. The shark, the whale, the turtle.
Each hair or follicle on your head is believed to be a descent line to your ancestors. It's a sacred part of the body. And that's where someone's power, someone's place in society was really held, right there. Mana was in their head. One of the times when you'll see Tongan women have their hair down and unkept is during mourning or at funerals. It becomes a sign of mourning to let your hair down for women, and it's particularly those of lower status to the person who's passed. They're leongi. They are leongi. And so their status or their rank in relation to the person is expressed through hair, but also through this very oversized mat that they wear that's frayed, a tauvala. So the hair becomes a symbol of the woman being so bereft, you know, so sad that she's not worrying about her appearance. And that action for me is about communicating how much you have a respect for that family member. What you adorn is a statement about you, your place in society, your place in family. And so materials become a language. So things like helu that are worn in their hair, you know, and the way that they're adorned with beads, but also any kind of headdress. I think of the mahiole in Hawaii. These beautiful crescent headdresses say something about that person, the colours that are on them. Red and yellow are sacred colours. When they see hair in necklaces, you know, hair that's been cut and fashioned into something else, that for us is still dealing with the same association with the head that's come from someone's head and has been fashioned for you to wear. So you're carrying not only your own mana, but somebody else's. So the hair then becomes that messenger. It tells people of your place, of your rank in your society.
The belief is that the mana of the ancestors are carried by the person who wears the tuinga. That's why true tuingas are not just used by anyone. They're always used by people that are related to that headpiece. The original tuingas, the old tuingas that I've seen, they were like in 4 or 5 pieces. The ones that you see nowadays is just a one piece that just gets slotted onto the head. But those ones were 5 pieces of material or siapo that was woven into the hair, tightly fitting the scalp, so it was very hard going to wear them. And of course, it's all upright as well, so there's an element of balance. You had to be graceful.